Hi everyone, myself Rohit Mishra, founder of Concept Builders Academy. So welcome to this lecture where I personally think one chapter can change your entire perspective if you learn it into the right way. So I'm not here to just make you score good marks. My main motto is to enrich you with such good concepts that marks will automatically come behind you. So I'll just ask you to stay focused and get along with me to entire journey of this lecture, and I'm pretty sure by the end of this lecture you will personally feel that yes, this is the right way to learn chemistry and you have never learned the chemistry the way you are learning right now. So without wasting our time, let's start with the first chapter of class 10th chemistry, that is chemical reaction and equations. So let's start our lecture, that is class 10 chapter 1, that lies in chemistry part, chemical reaction and equation. So what do we learn in this chapter? So we are going to learn about chemical reactions, how it is represented in the form of equation, what is balanced chemical equation, how we can make our chemical reaction more informative, how we can identify that a chemical reaction is occurred in our surrounding, how many types of chemical reactions are there, what is corrosion, what is density. So we are going to study each and every this topic which is given in our syllabus according to NCERT. But before starting the chapter, let's understand a fact that what is chemistry. So initially what we know that chemistry is a branch of science. Chemistry is what? It's a branch of science. So how many branches are there in science? Three branches. One is physics, one is chemistry, and one is biology. Right? And now what is science? So you will say that sir, science is all about curiosity. Sir, if I am seeing anything and my mind is blown, oh, how it occurred, why it is occurring. So if I will go and find the answer, my answer will be given with aspect of science. So some of the curiosities are covered in the branch of science known as physics, some of the curiosities are answered with the help of biology, and some of the curiosities are left for the understanding of chemistry. So now what is chemistry? So to understand that what curiosities which we are going to deal in this branch of science, understand the fact which I'm telling you right now. See, you all have seen green leaves on trees, but in the month of February, when these green leaves just fall down, so you will see when these green leaves fall down by themselves, their color changes to yellow, they become yellow leaf. So what we are observing over here, let's suppose green leaf is one thing, and when it fall down, it color changes, it get converted into another thing. So if I will ask you that why this green leaf is converted into a yellow leaf, so you will say, sir, I don't know, I am just observing that initially it was green, after some time it has become yellow, but why that green color changes into yellow, what is the process, that whole thing is hidden and it is not observable and I can't comment on that. Okay, well enough. Let's take another example. We have a piece of iron. So we all know when we buy a piece of iron, it has very smooth surface. But over a period of time, we feel or we see that that particular iron have now rough surface, and this rough surface is like it has brownish layer, brown layer on itself. Now again we are saying what? Iron, let's consider it as one thing. From smoother surface it is going to a rough surface. It has converted into another thing. Again, if I will ask you that why this conversion is happening, you will say, sir, I can only observe initially smooth surface. After over a period of time, a brown layer has came, but the process due to which this brown layer is coming is again hidden, so I can't comment on that. So these, now you can feel, okay, so the curiosity which is arising that, oh, why these conversions are occurring, what is the process behind them, the process which we can't see. So this study of these is a hidden process. The study of these hidden process are done under chemistry, are done under chemistry. So what is chemistry? So chemistry is the study where one thing is getting converted into another thing, and the process of that conversion is hidden. So to study this hidden process we need chemistry. Is that clear or no? Now see, one more thing you should know. The basic difference is one thing is another thing is when one thing is getting converted into another thing, this another thing which is produced has totally new set of properties, has totally new set of properties. So now we are saying that okay, in a field of chemistry we see a process occurring in such a way that a substance is getting converted into another substance, and that another substance is having totally new set of properties. So we started calling these types of process a chemical reaction. So see how easily we understood chemical reaction by understanding that what is chemistry, what type of curiosity chemistry deals with. We automatically understood about chemical reaction. So what is chemical reaction? We can say a chemical reaction, we can say a chemical reaction is a process where one thing is getting converted into another thing because of chemical change. Now the point is that conversion occurs due to a chemical change. Because of chemical change, and new substance has new set of properties, और जो नया substance which is getting formed carry new set of properties. So this whole process is known as, is considered as chemical reaction. So chemistry is all about studying of chemical reactions. Is that clear what is chemical reaction? Very good. Now see, this is the definition part. But if you want to address someone with one word, okay, someone asks you what is chemical reaction, you have to answer it back. So the one word explanation of chemical reaction, you can say that it is a possible rearrangement of atoms. Whenever a rearrangement of atom is occurring, a chemical reaction is also occurring. See, we know that hydrogen combine with oxygen and they produce what? Water. We all know that, right or wrong? So hydrogen, see, and oxygen, and now here it is water. So what is hydrogen? So we know hydrogen is H2. What is oxygen? We know oxygen is O2. This much chemistry we understand in class 9. And what is water? We say it is H2O. Now see, properties of H2O is totally different from properties of H2 and O2. This H2O carry totally new properties, and you can easily see the proper rearrangement. Here only hydrogen, in H2 only hydrogen is there. Here O2, oxygens are living separately, but here what is happening, that oxygen is combined with two hydrogen atoms. So all their rearrangement is combinedly changed or not? Combinedly changed. So as rearrangement is occurred, a new substance is formed with new properties. So we can say a chemical reaction is occurring. So combination of hydrogen and oxygen to give water is a chemical reaction. And in one word we say, because there is a rearrangement of atom, that's why it's a chemical reaction. So I hope what is chemistry, you know now. What is chemical reaction, you know now. How to express chemical reaction in the form of a definition, you know now, or in a word you easily know now. Is that clear? Very good. So let's move ahead. So see, there is an activity which is given in your NCERT. There is an activity which is given in the NCERT, and in that activity it is said that we have, let's suppose we have a magnesium ribbon. It says that we have magnesium ribbon. Now when this magnesium ribbon is burned using candle, we have a white powder as a product. When this magnesium ribbon is burned, white powder as a product is taken out, and this white powder is known as magnesium oxide. So now what is happening beta over here? We can easily say what we are seeing, that magnesium ribbon is burned in presence of, with the help of candle. Magnesium ribbon is burned with the help of candle. Now first thing which you should know is burning always occurred in presence of oxygen. No substance or no burning can occur within absence of oxygen. Oxygen is needed for a thing to burn. If anything has to catch fire or it should go continuously burning, it should have a flow of oxygen with it. Okay, so oxygen should be there. So it means what is happening overall, what is happening, we can say magnesium is reacting with oxygen and gives is reacting with oxygen and gives white powder of magnesium oxide, and it gives what? A white powder of magnesium oxide. So this is a activity which is given in your NCERT on the very first page only. Now what the question comes from here? What type of question comes? So it is said that if this is our magnesium ribbon, so before burning we should clean magnesium ribbon with sandpaper. It is said that before burning a magnesium ribbon, you should clean it with the help of what? Sandpaper. Now, why we have to do this? So, why we have to do this? See, when this magnesium ribbon is placed in open, so I can clearly say it is exposed to air. Yes. Now, you will say, sir, in air we have oxygen present there. Yes, it is there. So, what happens? This magnesium ribbon. So, what happens? This magnesium ribbon reacts with oxygen, or this magnesium ribbon, I will just say the magnesium atoms present at the surface of ribbon. Moreover, we can say that complete magnesium do not react with oxygen because it needs some effective temperature. What we can say, magnesium atom at the surface reacts with O2 and forms a layer of magnesium oxide on it, and it forms a layer of magnesium oxide on itself. So what will happen? Let's suppose like this, the surface magnesium reacted with oxygen and a layer of magnesium oxide has formed like this. Okay, so now what will happen? This magnesium oxide layer will stops it from further reacting with oxygen. So what is happening? So this layer stops magnesium ribbon from further reacting with oxygen. So we need to clean magnesium ribbon before burning. Is that clear? Is that clear to you all? So why we need to clean magnesium ribbon? Because when magnesium ribbon is exposed to air, it combines with oxygen molecules present in atmosphere, and this when magnesium combines with these oxygen molecules, a layer of magnesium oxide is, let's suppose this is magnesium ribbon. Okay, so a layer of magnesium oxide is just completely on the surface covered. This whole pencil, the whole pen is covered by the magnesium oxide layer. This magnesium oxide layer is uh, protecting it from further reaction with oxygen. So what we need to clean it so pure magnesium can come up and it starts reacting with oxygen, or it can burn properly. And again, see, it burns with a white flame. Always remember, it burns with a white flame. We all think, okay, whenever aag lagi hai agar kahin pe, so a yellow flame will be seen. No, so it burns with a white flame and white powder is produced, that is known as magnesium oxide. So what this activity is all about? What question can be asked from this activity? Again, you can see magnesium ribbon, individual magnesium atom is there. Okay, when it is reacting with oxygen, oxygen is O2 molecule. Now again, rearrangement of atoms, we can see, because they are forming magnesium oxide, so magnesium and oxygen are present together, so rearrangement of atoms is occurring there. Properties of magnesium oxygen and properties of magnesium oxide is totally different. A new substance is formed, chemical changes occur. So all of this scenario can lie into a process of chemical reaction. So see, these are the concepts behind chemical reaction. So in today's lecture we will just keep it very short, because you have to just focus about learning what is chemical reaction, and make sure to understand or to relate it with your surroundings. Okay, if these things I have seen it in my surroundings, again these all things has a base that a chemical reaction is occurring, that's why these changes are occurring. So chemistry is all about what? Study of chemical reactions. What is chemical reaction? We understood, if any one substance is getting converted into another substance due to a chemical change, and another substance is carrying totally new set of properties, the complete process is known as chemical reactions. For example, in summer, let's understand in this manner. In summers we have our, we left behind any vegetable in a kitchen slab only. So in overnight period of overnight, it will generate a foul smell, and because of that foul smell, we will not use that vegetable again. But in winters, if we will left behind, let's suppose aloo sabji on the kitchen slab, we have forgotten to put it into a fridge, but in morning we can use that aloo sabji again because it has not taken a foul smell. So the process of sabji getting rotten up, getting rancid, is slower. Now again, this mechanism, the process why foul smell is coming is due to a chemical reaction. So what those chemical reactions are, we will study further. So these are some concepts which we have seen in our surrounding. So okay, so we will be taking this as a base to understand it. Okay, so let's end this lecture here only, because our uh, main my main focus today was to make you understand what is chemical reaction, what is chemistry. So in further lecture we will understand if a chemical reaction is occurring around us, how to identify that, okay, how to represent a chemical reaction in the form of chemical equation. So from the next lecture we will elaborate it in a good thing, and we will take this chapter ahead. So till then, stay focused, and as I said, at the end of this lecture, I'm pretty sure you are feeling that yes, we have learned a chemistry in a new manner, in an easier manner, and yes, if you will keep learning in this thing, your concept will build so good, and you will score a better marks than before. Okay, so then stay focused and be with me. Okay, and as if I will be coming up with the next lecture of this chapter. Thank you.